You don't notice it all at once. It creeps in quietly, like forgetting why you walked into a room or rereading the same patient chart 3 times before anything sticks. You're showing up, moving through the motions, but it's like someone turned the color down on your life. One evening after rounds, I sat in the call room staring at the wall for almost 20 minutes. No phone, no chart, just me, and a silence so heavy it pressed on my chest. That's when it hit me. I wasn't just physically tired. Something deeper was unraveling. The next day, I found myself Googling non-clinical jobs, not out of curiosity, but because I needed an escape. Not from medicine exactly, but from myself in the state I had become. That's when I realized I wasn't just tired. I was burned out. But here's another moment that helped me understand the difference. A colleague collapsed during her shift. She had been running back and forth between the wards and theater, barely drinking water, surviving on coffee and adrenaline. We all thought she fainted from physical exhaustion. But when she woke up, she wasn't disoriented. She was silent. She just lay there and whispered, "I can't do this anymore. I don't feel anything." That's when I saw it in her eyes, the same thing I'd been feeling. The absence of emotion, the shutdown. We think being tired means we need sleep. But emotional exhaustion? That's when you sleep and still wake up dreading the day. When you cry without a clear reason. When things you used to love feel like chores. When being around people, your patients, your colleagues, even your family, feels like too much. She took a 2-week break. She came back and told me rest didn't fix it. But naming it did. It gave me a reason to start healing. It's something we don't talk about enough. Burnout doesn't always come with drama. Sometimes it's just slow fading. A little more every day. If you're listening to this and wondering if what you feel is just tiredness or something deeper, ask yourself this. Do I still find meaning in my work? Do I look forward to anything in my week? When I'm off duty, do I actually feel rested? Am I irritable for no reason? Do I feel disconnected from the people I care about? If the answer is yes to most of these, you may not just be tired. You may be emotionally exhausted. And that's okay. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Sometimes naming what you feel isn't enough. You need support too. I tried an online therapy platform that used CBT tools and real therapists to help me process what I couldn't shake. Not a sponsorship. It just worked for me. The link is below if you want to take a peek. This also helps. Pause. Really pause. Even if it's for just one weekend. Reconnect with yourself, with a hobby, with someone you trust. Seek help. Not always therapy right away, but start with a conversation. Give yourself permission to not be okay. Remember your why, but allow it to evolve. Your purpose doesn't have to stay static. One night after a long shift, I sat in my car and didn't drive off. I stared at the wheel, hands shaking, not from fatigue, but from dread. And I told myself, this is not how I want to live. Since then, I've taken breaks. I've said no more. I've reminded myself that being a good doctor shouldn't mean abandoning yourself in the process. You're not lazy. You're not dramatic. You're not failing. You may just be emotionally exhausted. And the good news is, awareness is the first step to healing. If you felt this or have a story to share, send it to clinicconfessions@gmail.com. We'll read it and maybe someone who needs to hear it will find strength in your words.